Hello everybody, how you guys doing? I haven't made a video in quite a while. I'm so sorry for that. That is very no inconsistent. Is it inconsistent? I think it is, right? Yeah, of me. So I apologize. Yeah, so I made a reaction video this time because I felt like it, It's like a chill, easy way to make a video. Not that much editing goes into it. You're just gonna chill and just do mindless editing. I love mindless editing. So yeah. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. It was very entertaining. And please subscribe to the guy that made the video. I'll have his name on the screen. And yeah, you can go and subscribe to him because he makes very good videos like these. So yeah. Thank you.
Live just days after being released from jail. And honestly, if you know anything about this guy, it shouldn't really surprise you that things escalated to this point and this quickly, because I would go as far to say that this might be the worst IRL streamer I've ever seen. And that bar is set pretty high because unfortunately I've covered more garbage IRL streamers than pretty much anyone else on YouTube. And the thing is, like, I've actually been trying to cover this guy for days now, but every time I think I have like a whole story together, he says or does something even crazier that I can't just not include. But regardless, it's safe to say he might have just outdone himself this time, because apparently not only did he pull a firearm on someone during a live stream, but no, he actually pulled the trigger more than once.
I walked up to him because they were pointing at me. They were laughing. They were pointing at me, and I said, "What's up, guys? How y'all doing?" I said, "Y'all like the new suit?" He said, "Walk away from me." I walked away from him. He came back up to me. He literally said, "I have PTSD. I feel like I'm in." He said, "You start saying all that out to me, I'm gonna hit you." He hit me. Started wailing on me.
Okay, so this is actually false. He did not say you like the new suit or something. No, he did not. I watched the stream. No, this nigga he was cursing him out. Like, he was cursing out the black person, calling him the N-word, calling him monkey and stuff. He was antagonizing the guy. And the guy got angry, rightfully so. If someone comes up to you and just starts hurling slurs at you, you will be upset as well. Me personally, I don't really give a fuck if someone calls me a nigger, white, black, Hispanic. I really don't give a fuck who calls me the N-word. But if you're doing it purposely, to antagonize me, you call me once, I ignore it. Do it again and again. At that point, I can't really restrain myself. I will fight you. Like, that's not my nature to fight somebody over someone calling me a slur, but I will do it because, like, at that point, you're just fucking, like, disgusting at that point. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You're just disgusting at that point. But yeah, the things he's saying right now is 100% a lie. He's fucking lying. He's capping. He's fucking capping. This guy's just a fucking liar.
Even after I had to defend myself by shooting him, he's still wailing on me.
So I can only assume this absolute tragedy will stop him from making any more insane headlines for at least a day or two so we can get a video out on this. But honestly, you never really know. Regardless though, if you're lucky enough to not know who Chud the Builder is, real name Dalton Levi Etherly, good for you. But unfortunately, I guess I'll...
Damn, I guess... I know him. Not personally, but I know him over the internet. Oh my god. This guy is like, fuck, bro. Oh my god. Fuck.
I'll change that now, because this guy is probably the most controversial and polarizing streamers online right now. And again, as I said previously, that bar is set pretty high because we've covered the worst of the worst, you know? So when I rank him worse than Johnny Smiley or even Vitaly, you know things are bad. And like,
facts. Oh my god, that is so fucking true. That is so true. If this guy literally is ranking him worse than those two, you know they're bad. You know they're bad.
Like many others we've covered here on this channel, he's been permanently banned on Kick, if that tells you anything about his...
Bro, okay, let me read this for you. Hello there. We're reaching out to inform you of a recent review of your account status. After careful consideration, the ban duration has been extended indefinitely. This decision was made to ensure a safe and fair environment for all users. We believe this adjustment reflects a fair resolution while still maintaining the necessary standard and policy. Take the time to review our terms and services and community guidelines to prevent such situations in the future. If you need an additional assistance, let us know, as we'll be glad to help out. Kindly guide, Kick. But if you get a kit, oh my god, imagine if you get let me just do this full screen. If you get a fucking banned message from Kick, it's like, holy shit, my man, you are not good. Like, not that many people get banned off Kick. Not that many people get banned off Kick. But if you manage to get banned off Kick, that is impressive. That's fucking impressive, brother. Like, holy shit.
His character and content style, and since then he's moved on to even more degenerate corners of the internet to live stream. And unfortunately, he feels like this inevitable product of a cursed prank content creator and an IRL nuisance streamer that we often cover here on this channel. Because the dude is reportedly 28, probably had nothing going for him, and thought, hey, why don't I just go viral by any means necessary?
Again, if you're 28 and you have nothing going for you, that's sad. I truly, that's sad. That's true. I truly feel for you. Sorry. But you have no right to go and antagonize people for views. Like, being a nuisance streamer or being a quote unquote prankster, that's disgusting. But the kind of content he made his path towards, is even more disgusting.
The dude wants attention. He's going to do anything to get it, which I guess includes allegedly baiting a fight to potentially take someone's life and claim self-defense. It doesn't get too much worse than that.
You following me to my truck now? We got 18 rounds for you. We ain't got nothing else. Don't follow me to my truck. I bet you won't follow me to my truck. Come on. Look at him. Look at these now. 931 Seville. They ain't. Look at these. Hey, thanks for the new truck you bought me.
Yeah, this is pathetic.
Yeah. So if you didn't understand what was going on there, he was calling them a nigger. He was calling them nigger. I'm black. I'm joking. I don't give a fuck who it is. You can say it if you want. I really don't care. But if you're doing that, though, antagonizing them, see, he was trying to bait them to hit him so he can quote unquote plead self-defense when he hurts them or uses his gun. Like, the amount of balls you have is kind of crazy though. But hey, that's him, but that's just him. But for me personally, that is the most loser shit you can do. Again, I'm saying for both sides. If a black person goes around white people and starts antagonizing them, calling them slurs, or goes around Asians and calling them slurs, I'll also be condemning them. Because what the fuck are you doing? You're not helping at all. You're just making shit worse. Again, if you're thinking that I'm black people can't do anything wrong or whatever, no, I'm not one of those people. I will call out black people. Mostly, I'll call out black people because I am black and I want to see black people be seen in a good light. Because right now, America has done a literal disservice to most black people around the world. I'm just saying. Because if you don't say, oh, I'm from Europe or I'm from Australia or I'm from this, they'll think you're from America. Because that's the most media, the most media consumed are from America. That's why there's such a big superpower, because most of the media comes from there. People mostly watch American YouTubers and watch American shows. So the media they consume is from America, right? You understand what I'm saying, right? So that's why I'm just saying, if a black person went around doing the same thing, I would condemn it and I would also make fun of him for doing that. Because that's some loser mentality. Going around and literally harassing other people because of their skin color is fucking loser mentality. And I really wish you weren't in this society. Let's just be honest. Just leave people alone. Fucking leave them alone.
This is just straight up harassing strangers, minding their own business for his own stream content. And I mean, here on this channel, since we first started covering pranksters and IRL streamers, we've been advocating for a very simple right: that if you go out in public, you will not be harassed and antagonized by some IRL streamer or prankster for their monetary gain. We don't want to be content for someone without giving consent, because it's safe to say
I also agree with what he just said. I also agree. Like, when I'm out and about, I do not want to be someone else's content at all. I do not want to be in someone else's camera and doing all of this shenanigans with them. Like, I don't. I just want to go outside, walk outside, and just be myself. Like, if you purposely make other people content because you are not creative yourself to put out good content, you're a fucking loser. You're a fucking loser. Let's just be honest with it. You're a fucking loser. Like, you're just a bitch. Like, there's no wording it any nicer. You're a fucking loser, and you should probably just stay inside. That's all I have to say.
this kind of creator pushes the filming in public laws pretty far, because there's a massive difference with someone harassing someone repeatedly on camera for their own monetary gain and someone filming a video in public and, you know, you pass by in the background. There's a big difference there. So, I mean, if there's anything this channel is against, is people who harass strangers minding their own business in public for profit. But unfortunately, in 2026, I guess that's just too much to ask for, because awful platforms allow these people to thrive. Because, as I stated earlier, if you've seen any of the clips of him going viral online, it doesn't really feel like a shocker that he ended up shooting someone, and apparently himself, during a fight on a stream. And
no fucking way. He shot himself? How the fuck did that even happen? What? See what I mean? This guy's just a fucking loser. He's just a fucking loser. How do you shoot yourself? So you shot the guy that you were antagonizing, and then you shot yourself? And I think in the beginning it was a voice call to the police, right? So he also lied on top of that. So he antagonized the guy attacked him, the guy retaliated by shooting him, then he shot himself. This nigga's fucking stupid, and oh my fucking god. Oh my god. He's a fucking retard. He's a retard.
And yes, you heard that right. Apparently this absolute genius grazed himself too, according to reports and audio that is said to be from his own stream immediately after the shots were fired.
Did I shoot myself, or
Well,
did it graze it?
it penetrated, yeah.
But we'll get into that. I just want you guys to understand how disgusting this guy truly is. Because Chud the Builder is essentially a stage name for this strange fake cowboy character that he LARPs as online. Of course, it's probably way easier to go viral if you just act stupid and insane, so that's clearly what he does. And this is in addition to being just shockingly hateful, because at the core of his content is just aggressive racism and hatred used for shock value.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like anyone doing the same. It is at the peak of his content is just him being fucking racist. It's just him being racist. Like, that's the peak of his content. It's just him being racist. Like, I'm not talking about just like, oh, if you said something to a black person like, hey, you should just calm down. This is not looking good for you. And then the black person turns around and calls the person racist. I'm not talking about that. No, it's just true racism coming out of his mouth. Like, no regard for anyone, just spewing that shit out. That's what I call like true peak racist.
No more now. Get out of the road. Get out of the road.
And then he pairs that with the apparent desire to pull various weapons on people who react to him and then claim self-defense.
Here. Back the f up.
So essentially, the way he gets content is he's just racist and hateful to strangers on the street, and then when they react, he threatens to pepper spray them or pull out his firearm. So clearly, we're dealing with a great person here. Because if the mountains of footage of him yelling racial slurs at random people on the street wasn't enough to convince you of how terrible he is, then maybe the clips of him actually macing people who are merely verbally confronting him, that'll probably help.
He got Fendi glasses on. You ain't got. You got lens crafters on. Yes. This dude, that's why he's making money and you ain't. And he got the V-Lone on. What you wear? Your work shirt? What does that say? You're a Atlum.
You ain't never gonna be nothing but a.
You guys do is
You
talk.
can't look me in the eyes because you might be the.
You on some or something? What
I
are you
already
on?
told you I'm on your mama's sweet.
Okay. You're bro. Literally, all you do is talk about you.
Ah, I'm sorry.
Come back over here.
Okay. Let's not.
Come back over here.
Let's not fight. Let's not fight. I am.
Touch me again. Touch me again.
I don't want to get pepper sprayed. I really don't.
Go pick up my hat. You heard me.
Fuck your shit.
Touch me again. Touch me again. That's what I thought. Thank you.
Hey, don't hit me with that.
I ain't gonna pray you. That wants to put his hands on me again. Go home with you. Let's go get his ass.
See, he didn't. Okay, see, so what I'm talking about? This nigga's not nice. He's not a fucking nice person. He's an actual piece of shit. He's a fucking piece of shit. That's what I see him. He's a fucking piece of shit. Like, why? Why do you do this? Like, what type of enjoyment do you get from this at all? Why the fuck do you do this shit? It's again, this guy is he's just annoying, man. He's just fucking annoying to just be annoying.
Hail Hitler. Thanks for picking up my hat.
Yeah, great job. You also just maced everyone on the patio as well. So that's self-defense? Like, what? I feel like for every few months now, a new streamer appears out of nowhere and is just even worse than the last one. And
Yes, I also agree. After Chad the Builder goes to prison, someone else is just gonna come take his place and just be as fucking racist or be as fucking insane as possible. You know, it's always one-upping. They're always one-upping each other, right? Always one-upping one another. Just one-upping. At this point, it's like, fuck, man. Do you, like, have nothing else to do? Like, I'm so sick and tired of these people coming into the community space and just ruining it for everybody. I'm so sick and tired of this. It's like, there's always gonna be somebody that just ruins it for everyone else. Just ruins it. He does not care. He has no empathy. Actually, not even empathy. Sympathy? Also. Empathy is kind of a tainted word right now. But yeah, sympathy or... They don't... Yeah, and empathy as well. But empathy is used in this term as well. But they have no regard for anyone else. And I hate that. I hate people that have no regard for other people in their space, right? For me, if I go out, I have regard for everyone around me. So I will not raise my voice when speaking to somebody. I won't be aggressive towards anybody. And if someone wants to be aggressive towards me, I'll try to de-escalate the situation. I'm just trying to mind my own behavior around people. And that's what people should be doing as well. Minding their own behavior around other people.
I feel like I'm just sitting here like, how are we still stuck in this downward spiral? People will truly do anything for just a little bit of attention online, even if it absolutely destroys their life.
That is true. And I don't know, I don't get that mindset. I really don't get that mindset. Why would you destroy your whole life, your whole livelihood to get a couple of clicks, a couple of views, and yeah, you get paid, but not as much. So you're destroying your reputation, you're destroying your perspective of yourself, your character, and then you're also destroying your family members as well. Because people will think, which type of racist as parents raise this kid? Like, your parents could be the nicest people in the world, but if you act out, or if you act like a despiteful human, it also reflects back on the parents. It's like, who the fuck raised this racist as kid? You know what I'm talking about?
But in the last week, he's been gaining so much traction with his antics that it kind of felt like someone being hurt was inevitable. Whether it was by, Chud and his self-defense strategies here, or someone, running up on him, which happened. But I just don't think people expected him to hit, I guess, two birds with one stone and shoot himself as well as someone else. Because what's so crazy about all of this is people started putting bounties on his head and warning him to not come to their cities.
I think that people should be able to say whatever they want without threat of violence.
You already got a bounty on your head right now, dude.
Oh, do I?
With the bullshit.
Do I? Talk about the bounty.
Because the dude was being stream sniped and harassed. He was getting cornered at gas stations and having his cowboy hat stolen off his head by another streamer who's also equally a degenerate, pretty much. And that feud in itself is just kind of like a battle of who will do anything for views, because both of these guys apparently will do that. I don't even know if I want to open the can of worms of the dude who stole his cowboy hat here on this channel right now, Maybe that's for a future video. But even though he says it became tough for him to stream IRL content due to people pressing him, I don't really know what he expected here. Like, his whole bit is baiting people into being mad at him. So why is he surprised when people get mad at him? Like, bro, that was your whole bit.
People treat me like I'm some shock streamer, like I'm that Trey kid that stole my hat. And I was like totally about to just be like cool with him and be like, you got me. All right. You want a hat? I'll go get you one that actually fits your baby ass head, bro. Let's go get one together on stream. It could be cool. And we could talk about whatever differences we have and whatever opinion.
Yeah, this is just fucking fake. Like, shut up, man. Shut up. You're a fucking lying piece of shit. Shut up. You don't really want to talk about anyone's differences, bro. At all. Fuck, man. Like, this guy viscerally makes me angry. And I don't like feeling anger towards anyone. Well, that's gonna be a lie. I do not like Logan Paul as well. I just, there's something about him that just makes you not want to like him, But except him, he's also, like, this is the second person I really, really, really don't like. People like this. People that feign like they want to talk about their differences, but they don't really want to at all.
That he thinks he disagrees with me on. And then he starts threatening to shoot me. He says, you touch your gun, I'll kill you. Now, why did it go to that? Sorry, whatever I did pissed off your black boyfriend. I didn't think it was that serious.
Like, you're supposed to be making fun of people for overreacting, but you want to have someone arrested for...
Okay, let's read this tweet. Till he slaps my phone and ran away like a bitch, right? That's when I called the law to report his black ass. I don't think the law or the officers will agree with you on that one. I don't think, mate, the officers wouldn't agree with you. What the fuck what are you talking about?
Breaking your phone screen? Also, freedom of speech just means you can't be arrested for the things you say.
Yeah. Unfortunately, here in Australia, we don't have freedom of speech. Let me just be honest. We do not have freedom of speech here in Australia at all. So you Americans are quite fucking lucky. Because if you say something, someone can actually sue you for what you just said. So here, freedom of speech does not exist. We want it to exist, like we want freedom of speech here, but again, we don't have freedom of speech. But yeah, people outside of America understand what freedom of speech is because they don't have it. But people in America, they don't understand what fucking freedom of speech is at all.
Which he's not being. He's being arrested for his incredibly stupid actions. But regardless, while he claimed that he was considering pressing charges against the guy who stole his hat and the dude who smashed his phone, that stuff got put onto the back burner only like a day or two later when he was arrested in Nashville for allegedly not paying a bill at a restaurant, acting disorderly, and resisting arrest. And naturally, the whole incident was live streamed to Chud's viewers. Ah yes, another video of him yelling slurs and acting like a complete moron because the restaurant didn't want him streaming inside of the restaurant. Are we really acting this pathetic?
And for me, I really want to know who Chud's viewers are. Because I think they just like fucking... They're retarded little children. I think that's the type of people like that watch Chud the Builder. They're just fucking retarded freaking children. They're children. Maybe some actual racists still living in the world, because there are still racists living in the world. In all races. Let me be specific. In all races, there are racists still living in it. In all races, basically. Yeah, basically... Yeah, that's all I just wanted to say. I just want to know, who are these guys? Like, who is this Chud the Builder specifically? Viewer base. I really want to know.
I guess so. But for a guy who loves yapping about people's rights and freedom, he sure does hate private businesses who are exercising their rights. Like, dude, this doesn't make sense. But regardless, he was released on Mother's Day and proceeded to moan on Twitter and on his stream about how unfair all of this was and how he could...
There's more. I couldn't care less about some hat. I simply weary after 6 months of being attacked by our government for expressing the constitutional freedoms of our ancestors fought and died for. Wake up, America. It's not illegal for white people to say the same as they say to each other. No, you're fucking retarded. I don't agree on the government seizing your shit, but you're fucking retarded. This is not why freedom of speech was made at all. You just fucking retarded. And the little point, wake up, America. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, shut the fuck up. It's not illegal for white people to say the same words they say to each other. What? Nigga? So they say that to each other a lot, huh? Hey, imagine a white person come up, hey, what up, my nigga, to another white person. Like, I've not heard that. Maybe they say in the house, at that point, you're free to spew whatever slur you want in your own house. You're not outside among common civilized humanity. But yeah, this is a fucking retarded tweet. And it has 4 million views. Fucking hell, 4 million views. I'm having less and less faith in humanity.
Everyone else involved.
I can't even, like, my whole family doesn't even with me, bro.
It's just so pathetic. Like, imagine your obsession is wanting to scream racial slurs at random people you don't even know on the street while live streaming it for everyone to see online. Like, dude, are you trying to make yourself permanently unemployable? But regardless, in the strangest foreshadowing of what was to come, Chud also talked about how the cops sat him down and essentially told him what would happen if he kept acting up. They told him violence and someone getting hurt or worse.
So I'm talking to these Fed, and it basically got to the point where they were like conceding in a way, like, listen, like basically saying, like, we got nothing on you, and after talking to you, we actually see, like, as humans, want to just give you this piece of advice. They're like, you know where this is going. This only escalates, and I do know this.
And he literally admits to knowing that too in the clip, but was just saying he has faith in God that no one will get hurt.
Again, when people say they have faith in God, or when they're doing something wrong and say, God got my back, don't listen to those people. Don't listen to those fucking people. They don't believe in that shit at all. They do not believe in God. They do not believe in a higher being at all. They're just using that shit as a shield. They're using that shit as a shield. I've learned growing up as Christian in this in the world that people use Christianity as a shield to basically to protect themselves from consequences, right? Because if you said, "Oh, mom, I'm not nice for God," people sometimes don't really pay attention to that, right? They use that as a shield. But for me, growing up Christian, I've learned that bad people use God's name all the time. And again, even in the Bible, people do use God's name as evil. Like, people do even evil people can call upon God if they want to. But again, don't listen to those people. If they've shown their behavior, if they've shown what they're capable of, and then they use the word God, they're probably lying. They do not believe in God. They do not believe in any higher power except themselves. Again, people like this use the excuse of God as, basically an excuse. And I hate that in the Christian community, we don't fucking call this shit out. Like, if someone's acting bad and they then invoke God's name, call that shit out. Call that shit out. Because this and many other things are ruining the Christian community. This and many other things. Call that shit out. I'm not one of those Christians that's just, God, that's God done when everything's bad. No. Because some things are on you. Some things you do, some things that's basically just on you. That's your problem. You put yourself in that situation. You got to get yourself out. You can't just invoke God's name every time you do fucking something stupid. That's the one advice I give for younger Christians. If someone invokes God and they did something wrong, don't fucking listen to those people. Those people do not believe in God and they do not believe in higher being. They just like using the word. It's a word to them. They don't find anything in it. It's just a word to them.
I just have profound faith in the Lord that things might not go the worst way possible.
Dude, what? There is nothing honorable nor godly about what he is currently doing. But then, to make things even worse, you now have tweets that were recently tweeted where he's outlining his plan to eventually...
Let's read this out. Series finale is a dead nigger on the pavement and I think he said chimps rioting when I walk free. Stay tuned. Yeah, I've seen the tweet before. Yeah, this is nothing godly. That like just like what he said, nothing godly from this. This guy's just like fucking evil. He's just evil. He's evil to be evil, and he just uses the name God. He doesn't really have any faith in him at all. He's just using the term God because it's a word to these people. It's a word to people like this that use his name and then commit evil sins. It's just a word. They don't believe in it.
Actually bait someone out to the point where I guess he can just fire at them and take their life, and it would be justified because it would be self-defense. Yeah, that's going to be used in a court of law against him. Apparently that tweet was from a week ago. And just like he predicted, Chud is now making headlines for reportedly firing multiple shots into a man outside of a Tennessee courthouse. So according to this news article, he'd been scheduled to appear in court in Clarksville on Wednesday morning over a $3,300 debt allegedly owed to a credit company, according to Montgomery County court records. That civil case was filed in February on the behalf of Midland Credit Management. But the reason he was there is kind of irrelevant, because what is relevant to the story is what happened outside. Because I guess outside, an altercation started with a random man, and according to him, the guy punched him and he ended up using his firearm as self-defense, but also managing to hit himself with his own firearm. So apparently during a scuffle, he also grazed himself, and both men were transported to a hospital and both are reported to be stable. So luckily, it sounds like the victim will survive. Not much info can really be released about him due to medical privacy laws, but now it just seems like it's a little bit of a waiting game until we hear from either the authorities or Chud himself or the victim. But Chud also has other court dates, so he's currently stacking court dates, just like Clavicular. So
Hey, Cav, bro, Clavicular. God damn, my man. The heights this guy has fallen from is crazy. It should be studied, but not really. Everyone knew the path he's going through. It's gonna come from a downfall. Everyone knows that. Like, for me, I think Clav is like the most funniest, interesting individual ever. I don't follow him at all. I don't really respect him at the same time. It's not because I'm morally good. No, it's not that. It's just, like, his videos are generally funny. He's a funny person. Like, Clav is a funny person. He's fucking hilarious. But do I get information or do I get life improvement tips from him? No, I don't really. No.
it'll be interesting to see how all of this goes, because it's safe to say that tweet of his and his past behavior is not going to help him whatsoever. But honestly, at the end of the day, anything can really happen in a courtroom. But I would absolutely not be surprised if we see charges filed against him for this incident. It's now the next day, and yes, he's now been charged with attempted murder.
Let's go. The court system. Oh, I don't like the court system here in Australia, and I guess if you watch from America, you don't like the court system in your own country as well. But at least, you know, a broken clock chimes right 2 times of the day, or whatever the fucking saying goes. They do help sometimes. They don't help most of the times, but they do help sometimes. So I gotta give this a W to the court system in America for actually doing something about this. W court system.
Employing a firearm during a dangerous felony, aggravated assault, and reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon, according to the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office. He also has been booked into the Montgomery County Jail. And right now, there's still a lot of stuff up in the air. But here's some footage from the scene at the courthouse.
Deputies say Dalton Etherly, better known on social media as Chud the Builder, was involved in a fight leading to gunfire. Both men were hospitalized. Deputies just arrested Etherly, charging him with attempted murder, aggravated assault, and reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon. Tonight, he's being held in the Montgomery County Jail.
So in Tennessee, he's currently facing 60 years in prison for all of those charges combined. And there's also been a whole bunch of details that came out, because according to a Facebook post by someone close to the family, Chud the Builder's victim has been identified as Joshua Love. Josh is apparently married with 2 kids, and according to a source, Love was shot in the shoulder and stomach and currently is in surgery. And another important detail is apparently the guy is a veteran. Both of them have GoFundMe GoFundMes and Give Send Goes, Chud has raised about $100,000 and the guy who was shot has raised about $30,000 currently. And what's not helping either of them is both of them have very extensive criminal records. So when it comes to this case, it's going to be really interesting because a lot of people are claiming that the guy who was shot doxed him multiple times and was actively trying to find Chud. But again, Chud made all those statements online essentially saying that this was going to happen. And we've seen footage of what happened in the aftermath, but we don't have any footage of what exactly went down. So it's safe to say, I mean, this will probably be one of the biggest cases of the year. And it was all for nothing. The dude threw away his life because it seems like he wanted to harass and pepper spray strangers on the street for his live stream content.
And I do not feel bad for the consequences he just got given. I do not feel bad at all. I don't know if this whole thing could have been avoided if he just never made this type of content at all. He could have avoided all of this. But I get it. Social media is hard. Getting popular is hard. It's not like back then in 2018, 2019, where you can just sit in front of a camera and just talk about your life and people come and watch and interact. It's not like that. 2018 wasn't also a good year for YouTube, 2018, but it was at least easier to get a following back then.
The guy is no different than Johnny Somali. Or well, he's worse because he clearly has a willful disregard of human life, all in the name of just farming some social media content. This is, without a doubt, the bottom of the barrel when it comes to streaming. But now he's made his bed, so I guess he just kind of has to sleep in it.
Since I recorded the last bit, Chud has had his arraignment, and now he got a $1.25 million bond.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. But there was actually a change. It's now 1 million. It used to be 1.25 million, but now they've updated it to 1 million. Basically, it's still a million. Again, don't get me wrong, it's still a million, but it's lesser now. And I've also seen people making comparison between like I know the black student that stabbed his own fellow student person, being like what, 235,000 for bond, and Chud the builder making being a 1 million for bond. Again, I think both of them should have been 1 million. I really do. I think both of them should be 1 million because they both took a life, right? They both took a life. Or no, Chud the builder didn't take a life, but his actions is kind of it's there, but yeah, I think both of them should have still been like 1 million or both 200. I really don't care. But yeah, I'm happy that the bond was set at 1 million. I don't like him. And I don't give a fuck that people out there on social media are making excuses for this guy. It's like, no, there's no excuse for harassing another human being because it makes you money. No, like fuck off. And I also read about his GoFundMe is not going to be able to be used for the 1 million bond to get him out. The GoFundMe it's not going to be used for that. So basically you're donating for nothing, right? That's the other information I just wanted to get put in this video to let you guys know.
Meaning he at least has to come up with what, 10 to 15% of that if he's even going to get out. So over $125,000 just to have some freedom.
You know, my favorite line from the
yeah. Okay, so it was put in there. Good.
is, you got freedom of speech. You just don't have the freedom of consequences from your speech.
I'm going to set initial bond at 1.25 million. See, as you can see,
he fucked around, right? The 10 here. The 10 right here. The 10 here. This is where he fucked around. And this is where he found out. Boom. Straight found out, bro. Fucked around. Found out.
the more you f around, the more you're going to find out.
I don't know if he's going to get bailed out before his court case. So again, this is so unnecessary. Why did you make your life this difficult for yourself?
Yeah, I know, right? Like, why? What the fuck? Why did you make your life so difficult? I don't get it. Like, people are living in difficult times, but there's some people out there that just want to make their life even more fucking difficult. It's like, are you fucking retarded? Like, oh my fucking god, it's fucking crazy. It's crazy. You're just stupid at that point.
Here's a quick news clip from the arraignment.
During Friday's hearing, the judge pointed to seriousness of these charges and public safety concerns, as well as Etherly's existing bond status in other cases, while setting that temporary bond amount.
This was just all so preventable. Why would you do that to other people and to yourself just for the sake of some content online? Clearly, it's not worth it.
So overall, this is just one massive tragedy that shouldn't have happened, but we'll definitely be covering the story moving forward. So subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.